Get cool stuff for what you were going to do anyway. Drink beer. With Buy Beer, Get Gear from Labatt, you can just snap a photo of your receipt and upload it to the website to rack up points for exclusive merch. Get points for every purchase, whether you're grabbing a pint on draft, a case for a party, or a tall boy at the stadium. Any size, any product, anywhere you buy Labatt. Buy beer, get gear. Sign up now at rewards.labattusa.com.
About 3 p.m. Eastern Time here on Newhouse Afternoon, QSportsTalk.com, ESPN Radio, Syracuse 97.7. Great to be back for another edition of Newhouse Afternoon. Josh Rajanov alongside Izzy C. And Izzy, lots to talk about, lots to get into, and the offseason is officially underway for Syracuse men's basketball. It's April. Madness has happened, and now the madness is begins. Over. Yeah. And what is probably truly March Madness now is to turn into April Madness in terms of the transfer portal is outrageous. Yeah. Syracuse has been in the transfer portal. Syracuse players have been entering the transfer portal, but two Syracuse players not entering the transfer portal. Kiyan Anthony and Sadiq White, the two marquee freshmen that came in this past year, didn't have great years, so to say, for the Orange, but they're back next year under new head coach Jerry McNamara. Yeah, and Jerry McNamara mentioned in his introductory press conference that the first part of recruiting is retention. And then in this era of the NIL and the portal, I believe there's about 5,000 college basketball players. Is that real? I think I saw that on Twitter. More than half. That can't be real. That can't be real. That had to be a troll. How's that a troll? I don't know. It could have just been some Joe Schmo tweeting. What are you talking about? It was on 3. It was on 3? Yes. What are you talking about? I saw some just like random guy posted it. I thought you were running with that. No, on 3 reported that. Wow. No, it's a lot of movement in college basketball, and the fact that you're able to retain. Think about the team that won. Think about Michigan. Yeah, the first team ever with their entire starting lineup to win a national championship being brought in as transfers. Yeah, and it's a big deal that Kiyan and Sadiq are back. Yeah, they had inconsistent seasons. They were up and down a lot, but they showed a lot of potential, I feel like. I agree. Kiyan as a combo scoring guard, he just struggled on the defensive end a lot. Sadiq White, foul trouble, but he showed a lot, of potential in the defensive end as a rebounder. Sadiq got a lot better later in the season, too. Yeah, he did. He got a lot better as the season went on and everything like that. So bringing those two back and having those spots solidified will help you in the portal, because now you don't have to try and build your team from scratch. You have two guys that you can rely on and hopefully take a leap in year 2. Yeah, I think Kiyan, is a guy who is going to take that next step. Mm-hmm. I think he's got to get stronger and quicker. He's got to get stronger, and I think a lot of it came from kind of just the inconsistencies. Mm-hmm. Think about it. This guy, in the non-conference, so it wasn't tough competition, especially early on in the season, was getting 25 plus minutes, 26 minutes, 20. Like he at one point his career high is 29. He led the team in game number 2 in minutes, and then all of a sudden you get into ACC play. Well, he's not getting consistent playing time, and I get it. Like he was struggling, but also he needs consistent confidence. I think that's sort of some of the issues that we saw with Autry. And then now I think with Jerry, I think with GMAC, I think he'll do a really good job of, maybe uplifting Kiyan's spirits a little bit more. Yeah. And making sure that he feels supported, that he has a consistent, minutes outlook, stuff like that, to make sure that Kiyan, can just get consistent playing time to be better. Now, a lot of it does fall on Kiyan in a sense, where, he has to be better. He has to shoot the ball better. You mentioned he has to be better on the defensive end of the floor. It's expected to be a big offseason for him. He needs to, be in the weight room, like stuff like that, as we mentioned. But I also think hopefully getting consistent playing time is going to be a big factor for Kiyan and his growth going forward. Yeah, no, it definitely will be. And Melo was obviously, we've talked about it, excited about the Jerry hire, because he felt like Jerry will foster that relationship with Kiyan and help his development and things of that nature. But Kiyan and Sadiq, these were two highly rated recruits. Kiyan was a 4-star, Sadiq was a 5-star, so it's not like the talent isn't there at all. It's just they need somebody to maximize it. And freshman season, unless you're these generational freshmen that we saw this year, it's usually a rough one in college basketball. It doesn't matter how highly rated you are as a recruit.
Like there's that adjustment period. So they went through that in their first year. So now, okay, when we get to year 2, so how are you going to get better? How is Sadiq going to become more of a polished player offensively, especially? Is he going to have a bigger role offensively? Kyan, like, is he going to start? Is he going to come off the bench?
Yeah, it felt like Sadiq definitely, like, towards the back end, he was playing a lot better defensively.
Yeah.
There's a lot of encouraging signs from Sadiq on the back half of the season, especially down the stretch in the past few games where he was making very positive contributions.
Yeah, no, he definitely was. And you saw it throughout the year. The defensive end was where I was most impressed with him. You know, he was everywhere, getting deflections, getting blocks, getting steals. He just got into foul trouble a lot. That was the problem. So now, how is he going to get smarter as a player? Is his IQ going to increase? Is Jerry going to use him as a roamer defensively? Like, there's a lot of different things you can do with Sadiq, but a lot to be excited about. And they also got Gavin Doty and Tasman
really
Goodrick, two good players from Siena. Obviously, Goodrick is a big man, and we mentioned that center is a hole for the Orange. He's probably not going to be their starting guy because the Orange are still in the market.
It's a guy who averaged 10 points a game on 65% shooting last year with the Saints. That's really good.
Yeah, it is good. He dealt with some injuries and he didn't really finish the season, but he's going to be good for that backup big spot, which just solidifies that for the Orange. Doty, obviously, well documented how great of a season he had for Siena. He was great against Duke. Obviously, lost a little bit of steam once he sprained his ankle in that game. But bringing him in, I feel like he's an ACC caliber forward, and that's exactly what Syracuse needed.
Yeah, and Doty definitely showed, he's an ACC caliber player against Duke, too.
Yeah, he did.
Average over 18 points a game last year with Siena, and then put up 21 points against Duke, and he got injured. It's unfortunate, but he, I think, showed that he can play with kind of like the big dogs.
Yeah, he did show that.
I think those are two really, look, this isn't going to become Syracuse or Siena 2.0 with GMAC, but those are two really good transfers. Those are two really good transfers coming in that GMAC, I think, has already done a decent job of putting this roster together, because at the end of the day, there's 16, 17 points per game that you had to replace with Donnie Freeman during the transfer portal.
Yeah, and the Orange are still in the mix for point guards. They're in the mix for centers. They're looking at Caden Mingo, who just entered the portal from Penn State. You bring in Jamal Brunt, who's on the Penn State staff, knows Caden Mingo very, very well. He had a good year last year, 14 points a game, 4 assists. So the Orange are in the mix for him. Hopefully they can get him because I feel like he'll probably be one of the better floor generals we've had in a couple of years.
It feels like Jerry is kind of taking the... It feels like there's going to be an emphasis on bigs, is what I'm kind of like hearing the rumbling. Positional size, yeah. Is because think about Syracuse in the past few years. You don't really correlate Syracuse with being a necessarily great defending, necessarily. Also, rebounding team. That's where Syracuse has struggled. Syracuse got killed on the offensive glass. Pretty much from the ACC stretch on, Syracuse was not winning any single offensive glass battle. You can recall back to the Virginia game where Syracuse was minus 14 on the offensive boards, and Virginia got 21 second chance points. That can't happen. There were multiple instances where that happened. I think that is a big thing for GMAC and the roster composition going forward.
Yeah, they definitely have to get bigger in the front court, and we mentioned Freeman being gone, William Kyle also being gone, who was a big addition for the Orange during last transfer portal cycle. But overall, I think people can be happy with the way the offseason has gone great so because you hired 2 great assistants. Well, your assistant coaching staff is great overall. I don't want to say one's better than the other, but Ryan Daly and Jamal Brunt are 2 very, very good assistant coaches that you're going to have on the staff. Will also help Jerry out a lot that he has experienced assistants next to him because he's only been a head coach. This is going to be his 3rd year being a head coach, so having that experience next to him is going to be key. And obviously we mentioned getting Kyan back, getting Sadiq back, bringing in Doty, bringing in Goodrick, and now hopefully you can get Caden Mingo. Maybe if Dylan Mingo ends up decommitting from UNC, there's been rumblings about maybe the Mingos can team up and come to Syracuse. That's a possibility right now.
Michael Malone going to UNC
which is just wow. I did not have that on my bingo card
that was pretty shocking.
And his contract is huge. He's getting $8 million a year.
So UNC, pretty going off topic. UNC is going for both football and basketball.
Yeah, no, but I think
Belichick and
Malone hire.
It's very different.
It's very different, yeah. And I think Malone, honestly, will fare better as the UNC basketball coach.
You would think.
Than
I like Michael Malone. I thought he was unfairly kind of booted out of Denver.
It was a toxic environment there, like between him and Booth. That kind of needed to that needed.
This
to
is besides the point.
Yeah, besides the point. But I think we'll touch on Malone quickly before we go back to Syracuse. But I think UNC's problem last year was the X's and O's and all that.
Yeah.
No better guy to bring in than Malone.
Yeah,
the problem
Malone's
with
great.
him is his brutal honesty going to fare well with these 18, 19, 20-year-old kids? That's the thing he's going to have to fix.
Dan Hurley. Think about Rick Pitino.
This is true.
I think those are still the best types of coaches.
Yeah,
and
you just need a balance,
which is very different, I would say, probably from the style that GMAC is going to bring. But then again, who knows?
Yeah, but
we're not. In the room where it happens.
We're not in the locker room. Yeah, we're not on the team.
He wishes. Izzy wishes.
I actually don't. I really don't. I much prefer being on this side of it, actually. But overall, I think we can say it's a good start.
It's a good start.
But a lot of work to do.
Where do you see Syracuse going next?
I think you have to continue to solidify your front court. I think you have to do that and get a point guard. I really think those are the two things that are left on the portal list, and then fill out your depth chart from there. But I would say where college basketball is going. We just saw it with Michigan. They started 3 almost 7 foot, like Yaxel Lendeborg is just under 7 foot, but Morris Johnson and Mara both over 7 feet, and you have Yaxel, who's a pretty big dude himself. So you have to continue to beef up your front court. I feel like in order to win in this era of college basketball. We saw Arizona and how successful they were.
We talked about it with Michigan.
Yeah.
Like, think about the way that Michigan was so successful, not only in the transfer portal, because their entire, starting 5, all transfers. Mm-hmm. But the bigs that they got too.
Yeah, that's the point that I'm making. Yeah,
their bigs
you need to have more big men. You need to have more like positional size. Like, you don't have to start 3 7-footers or like 3 6'10" guys. You don't have to do that, but you need to have options, and you need to have something that you can hang your hat on. Is it going to be crashing the offensive glass? Is it going to be attacking the basket and taking a lot of
Syracuse
2-pointers and no 3-pointers?
We
don't know.
Syracuse this past year took the more athletic route, the more run the floor route. Get on the fast break, etc. But didn't necessarily have the size. Those things I feel like don't have to be mutually exclusive.
Yeah, you don't.
But
you don't
I also think that we probably. I think in the Duke game we saw some some stuff that was missing out of Syracuse.
Mm-hmm.
In the Siena Duke game is what I'm saying. Some things that were missing out of Syracuse. Well executed out of timeout plays. Mm-hmm. A play on offense where you can see coach drew this up. It worked very well. Like, he drew up a play where he knows he's going to get a guy an open shot at some point. Mm-hmm. Just stuff like that, or like just easy buckets like that gets your team kind of like going whenever they're in a scoring drought. I feel like that was missing the past 3 years, and I think that's something that GMAC is going to bring. And I think based on the players that he brings in too, like I think that those things will correlate very well. I think GMAC is going to be a good X's and O's guy too.
I think you will too, and we'll see where Syracuse men's basketball goes next. But when we come back, more lacrosse talk. Me and Josh, we love to talk about how great our lacrosse teams are here at Syracuse. So stick with us on 97.7 NEWHOUSE Afternoon.
Cool.
There we go. I'm going to charge my computer a little bit. Wait, ask if this is our last show.
By the way, is this our last show? Maybe. What's his name again? Our producer? Is this Kyle? Or is it someone else?
I have no idea. I forgot.
This is NEWHOUSE Afternoon. So nice outside. Although it's a little... I know. Huh? Yeah. How much time left do we have in this break? Okay. I'm not hearing anything. I assume we're good.
Yeah, but we're not back yet anyways. Oh, I'm bringing us in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do the read.
Welcome back to NEWHOUSE Afternoon, ESPN 97.7. But before we get into our lacrosse talk, this hour of NEWHOUSE Afternoon is powered by Drivers Village Cicero. Go to dvoffers.com for more information. Now, big weekend for lacrosse again. The women play Notre Dame, the men play Virginia. Josh, a lot of storylines, a lot of headlines. Let's just get straight into it.
Well, for the men's team, that was a brutal outing out there in Chapel Hill. But I think what made me and maybe Syracuse fans a little bit more upset was kind of the response to it, in a sense. I don't know if you saw Gary Gates' presser, but it just I didn't like it. Like I don't know if you heard anything. So he mentioned a couple of things. First off, Syracuse went 10 of 27 from the face-off X. That is bad. That's
bad in any sport. That is bad in any sport.
It doesn't take a mathematician to tell you that that's bad.
Yeah.
And Gary Gate comes out and says that, oh, well, it's tough to replicate a grass field in practice. Think about the amount of times that this lacrosse team, or that just these players in general, have played on, not everything's the dome. You played on grass before, and you're going to come to that conclusion now. This team's played on grass earlier this season, and you're coming to that conclusion now.
Yeah, and these players have not been playing in the dome for, all 20 years of their existence?
Exactly.
So you start out playing lacrosse on a grass field.
I just think, I think that was,
that was a little, And
that was right after the game. I'm curious, he held a press, there was media availability this morning. I wonder if maybe that was addressed. Who knows?
Yeah.
The other thing was Jimmy McCool just had a flat-out bad game.
Yeah, I mean, it was 8-3 before you could even.
He had a flat-out bad game. 12 goals allowed, a 37% save percentage. That's his worst of the season. Do you think, like, you know, they pulled him with 5 minutes into the third quarter? Like, at that point, is it like, do you pull him earlier? Like, whenever you see a guy struggling like that, how is Jimmy going forward? This is a really hot Virginia team right now.
Yeah,
like
it is number 9 in the country.
What's the and this is a Virginia team that came in, you know, a couple weeks ago unranked, but got an upset win over the number 1 Notre Dame. Have won ever since. Is this a game where you say Jimmy McCool, like, hey, if you're not on your A game?
Yeah.
Do you bench him again?
Yeah, no, I mean that's a valid question to ask, I feel like, because I mean it's just like you said, worst game of his career. He got off to a terrible start. I mean, it was 8-3 in the second quarter before like anybody could just sit down and enjoy the game. That's what it felt like. But
and Michael Ippoliti, who came in, faced 6 shots, 4 saves. You can't complain about that.
Yeah.
And it's not like the defense played necessarily bad. 25 shots on goal. Like, you're happy with that against a North Carolina team. Again, they had a top 5 offense coming into the game.
We talked about it last week.
And Dom Petramala is really good. Petramala had 5 goals and you know whatnot. Owen Duffy had a really good game. They had a lot of really good guys, but
yeah.
UNC entering average about 30 shots on goal a game. So if your defense is holding
5 to 5 less than that,
5
average.
less,
yeah.
all you're asking is basically, hey Jimmy, can you stop 2 more goals?
Yeah.
Like just you know, if it's 10 goals allowed versus 12 goals allowed, that's a big difference, because then at the end of the day, maybe in the middle of the third quarter,
because they cut it down to
or in the
12
middle
to 9,
or in the middle of the in the second quarter, whenever you mentioned it was 8-3, it was over before it started. Like maybe if it's 6-3, that's a different game. Or maybe whenever he got pulled, it was like, you know, I think 12-6 or something. Maybe if it's 10-6, or you mentioned it was 12-9 at some point.
Yeah.
Maybe if it's 10-9, that gets the offense going a little bit. But then both things have to mutually exist. Like, the offense looked bad, and Joey Spallina had 0 points, and he was getting double teamed, and no one was really stepping up. I think UNC, 2 things are true. UNC played a really good game, offensively, defensively, but also just Syracuse looked discombobulated at points.
They did, but I'm not going to overreact to this one game, because we talked about it last week. They had an amazing month of March. Like, they had an amazing month. They went undefeated, and I know the loss to UNC sucks at the end of the day. Like, I'm not saying, moral victories, whatever, but I think this could probably be kind of a blessing in disguise a little bit for this team, because they were riding the high of March. Like, we beat Duke. We beat the, like, they pretty much beat every ranked team they played pretty much this year, outside of the Ivies and outside of UNC. So, you know, which
UNC is number 1 now.
Which UNC is number 1 now. So I think, and I know you have a few games left till the postseason. You have 3 games left. You have Virginia, Colgate, and then Notre Dame. So we'll see how the season shakes out. But you just want to be playing your best ball when the ACC championship kicks off in May. That's just. But
are they?
But that's just.
This is the story of Syracuse.
Well, they were playing their best ball before the
great.
UNC
This is the story of Syracuse men's lacrosse. Like, at least in recent history, they're the Yankees of college lacrosse right now, in a sense where literally they haven't won since 2009.
Yeah.
Their last year was their last Final Four in a while. You know, they're playing their best ball in March, but like May,
you still have 3 games left in April. Was my point.
It's just the inconsistencies with this team is what's the, you know, and you got number 9 Virginia coming in, who arguably is playing, you know, its best.
They're on a hot streak as well. No, I'm not denying that, but I'm just saying the one loss to UNC. That's not the greatest thing in the world, but you still have time before the playoffs. You have ACC championship, then the postseason with the NCAA tournament. So you have the last 3 games here. You got to win tomorrow. No one's going to be dwelling over the UNC loss as much until you see them maybe in the ACC championship.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah, and you stop a hot Cavaliers team, like you said, beating then number 1 Notre Dame, and they've just took it and ran with it, right? So I mean, who are you looking for on that squad that Syracuse needs to key in on?
I mean, I think it kind of falls on Syracuse in a sense, where Joey Spallina has been historically bad against UVA.
Yeah.
In three career games, 0 points.
0 points. Dang, that's a. I mean, and I know we've talked about that before with the as Josh is coughing over here. I know we talked about before in the Spallina in his big games, but he's shown up
Got
this
something
year.
stuck in my throat. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. We talked about it before Spallina in big games, but I feel like he's put that narrative to rest at least for most of this season until
Virginia
Carolina
has had
game.
Syracuse's number.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's also the big thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I don't know. I think it's going to be an interesting game. Virginia coming in, winners of 4 straight. Obviously, that big win against the number 1 Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm.
Got a big win against number 7 Duke. And now you play Syracuse. Like, Virginia's a hot team right now. They start out really slow, but another really good offense that Jimmy McCool is going to have to face, averaging about 15 goals a game.
Yeah, so the pressure's going to be on him from the jump. And like you said, I feel like as you go into the playoffs, you need to, I mean, and this just goes for any case in sports, like you need to find your best guys. Like who's the guy that's we can rely on when it gets tight, like who are we going to have to rely on to get that key save? Is it going to be Jimmy McCool?
I think Michael Ippoliti had a really good game in net whenever he came in.
Maybe we see more of him. I don't know. Maybe if you go down 8-3 again in the second quarter, do we see McCool get pulled again? Probably.
Probably. I think I think the leash has to be shorter on him.
I that's kind of where I was going with this. Like you're trying to get a national championship here. Like you can't have one thing try and hold you back here. So I feel like Gary Gait will look at any and all options. But big game for the men against Virginia tomorrow. So make sure you guys are tuned in for that. On the women's side of things, a big game for them. They play Notre Dame, and we've talked about them also playing their best lacrosse of the season, number 3 in the country now. So I mean, they've just been on a heater overall.
Really have 11 straight wins is just insane. But Notre Dame's been really hot too.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is a hot Fighting Irish team.
It's on a 5-game win streak. It's averaged about 19 goals a game during that streak. Where on the other hand,
it's going to put that defense to the test that we've been talking about.
Syracuse has allowed 7 goals a game all year. So
yeah.
That's just an interesting dynamic.
Something's got to give. In that win against Duke, absolutely thrilling 10-9 victory. So they're coming in with a lot of momentum. And, we have a lot of reasons to feel good about this women's lacrosse team. Coming into the year, we were talking about how much they've lost. But throughout the entire year, they've just shown that the loss has been that game.
11-3 now, which is just insane ever since that 0-3 stretch.
Which was just like cruel on the part of the schedule makers, giving them number 1. What was it?
1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, and 3 off the bat. Like, here, guys, no M award, 3 ranked opponents in a row. But they've been really good throughout the year, and like you said, the defense, the streak of single-digit goals, it's just absolutely insane at this point. But
I mean, Syracuse is just playing out of its mind right now.
They are
defensively, and the offense has kind of like slowly come around too, but defensively this team has just looked so impressive.
No, they definitely have. And as you come down the stretch of the season here, like we've talked about with the men's team, but this team is actually playing their best lacrosse of the season as you come down
and another big test, another really big test. Notre Dame's a really hot team right now.
Yeah, you have Notre Dame, but then you have Boston College just a few days later. So we're going to learn a lot about this team. Not that we haven't already, but against
coming down the stretch,
you have 2 good opponents, and then you have the ACC tournament, which begins in 12 days for them.
Crazy.
Well, the quarterfinals for the ACC are in 12 days. So I mean, there's just a lot to be excited about.
There is
overall
a lot to be excited on both sides of the ball for the
lacrosse. Yeah, a lot to be excited about. But stick with us on this side of the break. Syracuse football is back tomorrow night, 7:30 at the Dome. Josh and I will talk about it. So stick with us on ESPN 97.7 NEWHOUSE Afternoon. Are you good?
Holy!
Are you good? Like, what happened?
I don't know what happened. I just ran it. Could you hear it? Like, was I coughing into your mic? I was trying to.
No. Well, because you pressed the cough button. You need water? Crap. You need to get water.
Yeah. I have no idea what just happened.
Yeah, that checked out.
I just breathed and then something got stuck in my throat.
Oh, really?
And then I was like, oh my god, I need water.
Dang.
Oh my god. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, you're good.
You're good, bro.
You're good, bro. You're good.
What should we do for the game? Should we do another start bench cut?
I'm down for that.
Let's do funny topics like what we did last time.
Yeah, let's do that.
That was good.
I'll think of some stuff.
Is it really?
Yeah, dude. I'll keep an eye on it, but that like monkey just kind of messes up the schedule.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It actually is the worst schedule. Do like so much moving around.
Yeah, I have no idea what just happened. I was really trying to talk through it.
Yeah. No, you like.
Damn, I can't believe that class. I mean, you could probably override it next semester.
Yeah. That's probably what I'm gonna do. I'll just do the waitlist thing.
Yeah.
Cause like that's.
Because I bet you the rest of them are probably full too.
No, the Tuesday, Thursday's open. But I can't do it because like my Thursday long day, and then I have my other class, my J&L class. It's like,
Yeah, Newhouse is like.
I like actually think that is so hard. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to do some gymnastics.
All right. What are we talking about in this spring game?
Things we're excited about in football. Players
Yeah. Sorry?
we can yap about it for a little bit.
Yeah, we can always make an entertaining D block and just do a lot of spin the wheel.
Yeah, that too. Is it our last show, by the way, or did
I don't know. Wait. Question: Is this our last show? I'm not sure if you guys can talk back to us right now. Okay.
Sorry.
No worries. Also, sorry for the little cough attack that happened there in the middle. We couldn't.
No, you're fine. It's fine.
Okay. Cool. Made for good talk. How much time left do we have in this break?
I'll just head back to the desk in 30 seconds.
Dang, dude. A little bit past 3:30, 3:32 here on Newhouse Afternoon, ESPN Radio Syracuse 97.7, QSportsTalk.com alongside Izzy C. I'm Josh Rajanov. So I got some water.
Yeah.
During
Josh
the
had a
break
little bit
there.
of a cough attack during
So
last
I got
block.
some water over break and got me ready to start talking about it. Got me thinking Waterboy.
Waterboy.
Don't know the correlation here.
But
But Waterboy got me thinking college football.
Yeah, okay.
And college football got me thinking there's a spring game in the Dome happening on Saturday.
Oh, okay. Honestly, not your worst transition into a topic. So I'll let it ride. I'll rock out with
So
you.
Syracuse football in the spring game. What do you think? Orange versus blue? Is it going to be like orange versus white? Like, what do you think the color is going to be?
Well, we'll see about that. But I think it's a funny story actually I have for you this week. So Fran Brown was in Shine on Wednesday.
Did you meet up with him? I saw Felicia get Jack Wong again to Shine today.
Yeah, well, I guess the coaches are making their rounds at Shine this week. I don't know what it
guess.
was, but anyways, he was trying to get more people to come to the spring game.
Got to pack the
lacrosse games, big Saturday at the Dome
Triple header.
tomorrow. Yeah, triple header.
Technically.
So he's there, right? And then he gets on the speaker. I'm gonna pay for everybody's Dunkin' right now. That's what he said.
And you're like,
that's what he said. And then you see Sexy Red playing and all that. I'm just like, what is happening at 12 p.m. on a Wednesday? So we get in the line, right? And
Shine is the student center.
Yeah, Shine is the student center for our listeners that don't know. But so I'm in the line with my friend, and Fran Brown's just walking down the line, giving people $100 bills.
Seriously?
Yeah, and we're just like
$100 bills.
And he's like telling people, "This is the $100. Like, just pay for the next person until the next person that has the $100."
You
like,
keep the.
Hold on, I'm getting to the good part of the story. So he comes to me. He's like, "Yo, like, here's the $100. Just pay for the people that are behind you." And I'm just like, "Yeah, sure." So the problem with that is, this Dunkin' doesn't take cash. So I'm just sitting here with a $100 bill from Fran Brown. I didn't think that would happen a day in my life. So I just have this $100 bill, and the Shine workers are coming in at this right time. I'm just like, guys, I have this $100. I want to pay for the people's Dunkin' because I'm not just going to take this $100 and run. I'm not going to do that. They're like, oh, we have like apparently this is new that they just put this in. They have like a kiosk where you can insert the cash and they'll give you a MasterCard. So that thing was, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Where?
It's in Shine. It's like at the entrance. It's like next to like Panda and all that. So you go there, I insert the cash, and then I get the card back, and I'm just like, yo, I have the card, and then just like I'll pay for the Dunkin', but you guys just like pass it down the line. So that ended up happening. But if that kiosk wasn't there, I would have been screwed. Like,
you would have been screwed. No, you would have just had
I would have just had $100, but I would have felt bad for the people. Like, the whole purpose was everybody's Dunkin' gets paid for.
Yeah, but then you just get $100.
No. Clearly two different set of morals over here.
No, okay, it's not the
on this
morals.
radio
Okay,
show.
you're gifted $100. Like, okay, you're gifted $100 for Dunkin', but then you can't use it on the Dunkin'. I'm glad you found the MasterCard, and I would have been very proactive in that too.
Sure. Based on the way that you're talking, sure. Yeah.
But
yeah.
At that point, like, you had to jump through all those hoops.
Nah, not really. I just had to
shout out Fran.
Yeah, shout out Fran though. Really, like, yeah, I mean, I'm sure a lot of students like that 12:30 Dunkin' line.
So he gave $100 bills to every. Were you like
not everybody, like to like every few people,
and
like,
you just happened to be the one that got the $100.
Well, no. A few people in front of me got like there was a couple people in front of me that got $100 bills like that, and it was just to the next person.
So they passed it down to you. Or did you physically have the $100
I physically had the $100 bill.
So you just happened to be one of the ones that he gave it to.
Yes, correct.
That's
insane stuff. Yeah, insane stuff. But
so there's a Syracuse spring game happening, and apparently if you show up early, Fran might gift you $100 to pay for Dunkin'.
Yeah, I mean $100. Yeah, I mean it's just insane stuff. But a lot to be excited about with the Syracuse football team. Obviously, we talked about it last week. A little bit of sadness with Calvin Russell tearing his Achilles, but in practice this week was on the scooter playing.
Yeah, what'd you make of that?
This guy wants to be around the team. I can't hate on that.
Yeah, I agree. I saw a lot of people on Twitter who were just going berserk over no reason for it.
No, yeah, I mean, it's just like, guys, like we see this with athletes all the time. Like when they just want to be around the team. Like that's like when you first get injured,
valid.
You just want to be around your guys, especially when he's been around them for the last 2 months doing training camp. So the people on Twitter, getting mad over that, like, let's do something better with our time here. But the spring game, Twitter just gets me going. Some people on there just are so insufferable. But like we said, still a lot of exciting players to be. Okay, stop. A lot of players that we could be excited about. Demetrius Samuels Jr. in his second year, obviously primed for a bigger role. He brought back Delorier as well. He had a lot of interest, to transfer, but decided to come back. So those are two of your core pieces. Angeli is still rehabbing his Achilles, so we're going to see Odom probably start in the spring game, so we'll see how he does. So there's a lot of moving parts, moving pieces.
Based on the spring game last year and spring season last year, that's how Syracuse found its starting quarterback.
Yeah.
Like, in a sense, because Fran Brown was, evidently and probably rightfully so, not impressed with Ricky Collins.
Really?
Maybe Luke Carney wasn't living up to the. And went out and got Angeli. So,
yeah.
I'm not saying you're going to go make a splash move like that, but, the spring portal is there if you need it. Maybe you go, get another receiver to, like,
that's
fill the
probably
Calvin
where
Russell
I would think they're going to be looking.
Or maybe it's like, go get another corner, help out Demetrius, go get a linebacker, go get a, XYZ that you may need that, could become available. It seems like people want to play for Fran.
Yeah.
Like I think.
I mean, we talked about it when he first got the job.
Yeah.
The whole thing was that this guy's a master recruiter.
Yeah, and people
you can
like,
just see the culture that he's created.
I think there's a lot of respect for him. Obviously, he creates an insane culture.
Yeah.
You know, I like the whole you have to earn your number thing, so everyone's in the triple digits.
In the triple digits. I'm a huge fan of that.
It's corny, but it's good.
No, it is good. I mean, yeah, you got to wear number 102 until you can show me something good in practice. Yeah, no, I'm with that. I'm with that. No, but Fran, I mean, yeah, I know we had the down year last year, but obviously a lot just went wrong with the football team. You know, and Jelly going down, and you make Ricky Collins, who had 0 starting experience, you just throw him into the fire, which is just like, you know, it was an unfortunate situation for both parties. So like, you know, there was nothing that they could really do about that. But this team has talent. At the end of the day, they have talent, and we're not going to say, they're going to win the ACC, be in the conversation for the college football playoff. But I could see, you know, a nice 7-8 win season out of this team if everything falls in the right places. Yeah,
I mean, dare I say, could be competing for maybe looking at an ACC championship. If you think about the schedule.
You know, ACC is as a whole is a Jekyll and Hyde act.
Exactly. No one
outside
ever knows,
of Miami, there's really nobody.
No one ever knows what's going to happen in the ACC.
Yeah.
So there's that. You're looking at the schedule, you know,
which looked tough like a couple months ago, but like now it's like,
you know,
it's a little manageable.
Louisville's always a wild card.
Yeah.
Maybe UNC has a bounce back year.
Yeah.
SMU's a wild card. Maybe Clemson bounces back.
They probably will. It's
and then Notre Dame. I think those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ACC games.
Yeah.
If you can go 3-2 in that stretch, or like 4-1 in that stretch, I think you're setting yourself up for success. You know, Virginia obviously had a great year last year.
They did. They came out of nowhere. Yeah.
Could they have a good year again? Maybe Pitt comes back. Cal. You know, a bunch of like just random like, you know.
Yeah.
You know,
I get what you're saying.
UConn on the road.
Yeah.
But UConn
gave us a fight last year.
And the year before that, too.
Yeah, so let's not pencil that in.
The schedule is wide open in a good and bad way. Like, anything could happen.
Yeah, the schedule is definitely manageable, but first look at the football team tomorrow at the Dome. Big day, lacrosse, football.
What do you look for in a spring game? Like, if you're Fran... Like, for you personally, I guess. But if you're Fran Brown... What is a spring? I question this with any spring, like, because teams do it, right? Like, every team does it.
Yeah.
And I liked the idea more where it was like, remember last year whenever Fran reached out to Deion Sanders, like, hey, let's see if we can get a spring game between two.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you've heard, but the NCAA doesn't like the term fun. they don't like that,
which would have been so great because then you could actually, like, I don't know, see how your team stacks up.
No, I think the concept of the spring game is good. You know, you want to get your guys out there in pads, see how they look. I mean, it's a long layoff because these guys haven't played since November, unless you're a bowl team. So if you're a bowl team, end of December, beginning of January. So you want to see your guys after 3, 4, 5 months, like how they're going to do and, you know, how they look. So I get the concept of the spring game. I do like it. But yeah,
I'm they're doing the party in the
in Myron Victory Court. I mean, Myron Victory Court's been active the last couple of weeks. He had the GMAC pep rally.
Are you gonna go?
No, I'm not gonna go. But I'm whoever goes, I hope they have a great time. I really, really do.
It's an interesting concept for sure.
No, it is an interesting concept, but
yeah, it's, you know.
But I'm with you though in terms of the spring game would be a lot more fun if you could play other schools.
Yeah. Well, maybe one day down the road the NCAA will do that.
Yeah,
probably not.
No, they don't. I don't know. They don't like fun.
No,
they don't like fun.
No
but
fun
if you sue them, you can get an extra year of eligibility.
Potentially.
So, yeah. You know, just go to a judge in the state of New York here. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you got it. Well, a year.
What position would I play? All right, we're gonna go to break.
Okay. I think you could be a good tight end.
Oh, thanks, appreciate it.
Yeah, I think you could be a good tight end.
I was a little worried where we were gonna go there for a second.
Come on. Yeah, I'm better than that.
Do you think Fran Brown sees me at Dunkin' line, recruits me to be like, yeah, we'll get you a few more donuts and see where we can put you?
Okay. All right, let's go to break.
All right, wrapping up shop here on Newhouse Afternoons. The spring game happening tomorrow, a triple header in the Dome. When we come back, me and Izzy have a challenge for each other. That's on the other side of this break. Stick with us.
Okay, I'm gonna have to pull it up on my phone. My computer died.
What, spin the wheel?
Yeah.
I can just do it.
Oh, well, no, but like, aren't we coming up with like ones for each.
Yeah, but we'll do others when the wheel topics.
Oh,
too.
got you. Okay.
Wheel.
I'm trying to think of
names.
I'm trying to think of a good one for you.
All right, so we'll do baseball. Oh, it's your Good Friday.
Yeah.
Good Friday.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
We'll do holidays.
Spin a wheel. I'm trying to think of a. Well, actually, no. You're doing the wheel, right?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think of a strawberry cut for you.
Masters, of course.
Yeah, Rory might go back to back.
No. It's the leaderboard right now.
He's in first, is he not?
It's Rory, dude.
What are you saying that for? He won last year.
Yeah, and that was the good he's ever done.
dude. He won the Masters.
I'm not a Rory fan.
Oh, well, he won.
This is a cool little website.
What? Yeah, look who's in first again.
I'm aware. I know who's in first. It's still Rory.
Okay. All right. So it's just
Rory is gonna Rory every once in a while.
sure. Yeah. Whatever you say.
How's my guy Scotty doing?
Scotty Chef. Scotter.
Not good.
Yeah, he's not great. Yeah, he was 1 under, right? I think, or something. Now he might be a little worse. I'm trying to think of I can't think of a start bench cut for you.
Let's think of one for you.
You already have it?
No, I don't know. I need to think of one.
I need to think of one too. No.
Let's see.
Actually, I think I have one.
Yeah.
But it's like a.
It can be personal.
Actually, I don't know. Like, wait, because like, well, a start bench cut. I guess like, okay, it would have to be worst to like least worst then for you. Okay, I think I got it. I'm the worst, basically.
What's like the line?
What do you mean?
Like, how mean can I go? Like, could I reference like breaking your ankle in Barnes?
Sure, but yeah. What is this? I don't even know what this is. Where this is going. The shore though, that's not a mean experience. It's not mean. It happened, unfortunately. Okay, so Denzel Aberdeen, so basically transferred from Florida to Kentucky just to go back to Florida.
Really?
This is why the portal's a joke. I'm sorry. That makes zero sense to me.
Okay, I think I have a decent one.
Ooh, Chancellor-elect Mike Haney will be at the ACC studio show tomorrow.
Not really.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, come down if you want to say hi to the Chancellor.
OCC.
Yeah. Fade desk, bro.
What time is?
Call time is 9:30. Yep. Bright and early.
You have a hip?
Yeah, I'm talking
Spring game?
Nah, basketball.
Yeah.
Kine and Sadiq are back for Syracuse men's basketball.
From the NEWHOUSE school.
Yeah. Wrapping up shop here on Newhouse Afternoon, ESPN 97.7, Izzy C, Josh Radjanov. You know, Josh and I, we love to do the spin the wheel for our last block of the show, so that's what we're going to continue to do today.
Let's run it.
Yeah, Josh has the wheel, so let's spin it. Let's see what topic
we have a good amount of topics. There's a couple that we're hoping to get to, but we're going to start with...
Ooh,
I like this one.
Yes.
I like this one. So... Ted.
Yeah, we cannot say a lot about this on the air. Yeah.
Most known for the two Ted movies. If you don't know what we're referencing, Ted, the movies, with the movie franchise with Scott McFarlane voicing a teddy bear who comes alive.
Mark Wahlberg, yeah. You've watched those movies, really?
Enough out of you.
Josh doesn't watch movies, for those that
I've seen both Ted movies.
Yeah, he has.
I just want to reference.
Yeah, 2 of the 3 movies he's seen in his life.
Man, you're just a hater, man.
Nah, I'm just saying. You haven't watched anything.
I watch some movies. I watch sports movies. So Ted, the TV show. I referenced Water. This is the second movie reference of the.
Wow, I mean, you reference Waterboy. I mean, all right. Let's give you a raise.
Ted, so Ted, the movie franchise, now has a TV show.
Yeah, it looks really.
Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it yet, but I'm gonna watch it.
Objectively speaking, I think it's funnier than the movies.
Really?
I think it's funnier than the movies.
Okay, so now I'm going to tune in.
They're really funny. And I don't know if you've seen on TikTok recently, and if anyone's on TikTok, there are these edits of just... I'm not going to say what Ted... But just
For those that don't know, Ted is an R-rated movie. And I'm guessing the TV show is also the same.
Just funny bits.
Yeah.
And it just turns them into an edit. And then it turns into a Klay Thompson edit.
Yeah, I can't even say what my favorite scene is from the Ted movies. I can't. But
mine's F. Scott Fitzgerald.
Yeah, that's my one as well.
Well, I think that's fair.
Yeah, well, that's his name. F. Scott Fitzgerald. What did Scott Fitzgerald do to you?
Let's spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel before I get into the rest of that scene. Oh my goodness.
All right.
Major League Baseball.
Baseball's still rolling.
Yeah.
Yankees had the best record
150-something games left.
You say that like you sound like you're hating. I was watching a random.
No, I'm just saying
you say it like you sound like you're hating. You sound like you're hating.
I'm not hating. I'm just saying it's funny that all right. I'm just saying it's funny that I saw this tweet basketball is 82 games, NFL season 17 games, but baseball is the only sport where a fan can be mad at its team for 162 games straight. So that's kind of what I was referencing.
Fair.
Yeah, because I'm feeling that. I get it. I'm feeling that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Mets?
Yeah.
Frustrating you?
Yeah, they are.
Any reports?
It's very frustrating.
Yeah?
It's just frustrating.
They should call them, instead of the amazing Mets, the frustrating Mets.
Yeah, I didn't like that from you. Let's spin within the next
topic.
Spin the
wheel again.
Yeah,
Love that baseball. Love that baseball's back.
Yeah, we
do. Happy holidays to everyone. It was Easter last week. Got to wish everyone happy Easter. Happy Passover to those who celebrate.
Yes. Orthodox Easter as well this week. Yes. Good Friday.
Happy holidays to everyone.
Yes, happy holidays. That was the topic.
What's the difference, Orthodox Easter?
It's very
different.
Very, very different. But there's a lot of fundamental differences that we can't get into on the air. It would be a long conversation. The Final Four, mid-Final Four. I'm gonna just say it. Yeah. I was not a huge fan. Illinois, UConn.
I thought Arizona
got obliterated.
I thought that was gonna be a better game.
I thought that was gonna be the natty
game. I thought that was
and then the UConn Michigan game. I know the final score was close, but it never really felt like UConn was in it or they were gonna take the lead or something.
Back and then it's
even when Karaban took that 3 when they were down 5 or whatever it was, and then it was just 10 feet short. I was just no.
Masters happening right now.
Rory McIlroy is in first place, and that is not what Josh Radjanov likes to see, apparently.
I'm just not a Rory guy. How about Justin Rose in second place?
Why are you not? I'm not a Rory guy either. I just what's wrong with him? I
just don't like him.
He broke through last year.
What a top 3 right now. You got McIlroy, Justin Rose, and then Jason Day.
Ooh, Jason Day turning back the clock here.
Yeah, Patrick Reed in there too. This is a very
2018, 2017,
mid to late 2010s type of leaderboard right now.
No, I think I saw Jordan Spieth in the top 12 too earlier today.
Jordan Spieth hasn't had Max Homa's in there.
Yeah, I don't know where Spieth is at right now. But
Scheffler is
I mean,
he's struggling. Apparently.
Really?
Apparently. I don't really see him too much on this leaderboard.
Usually the best golfer in the world right there.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, Rory, I mean, last year I thought it was a cool story. Like he hadn't been able to break through, and he broke through, and
it's a cool story, sure. All right, last topic on the spin the wheel. We did this last week. We like this.
Yeah.
Start, bench, cut. I'll go first.
Oh, okay.
For you.
All right.
Start, bench, cut. Just these things that have happened in your life that are rage bait.
Yeah.
Darius Garland getting traded.
Oh my God.
You breaking your ankle in Barnes.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. We're just
also in Barnes. You losing to our good friends Darius and Andrew.
Okay. So what am I what I start is like
I guess it's like the most worst.
Like
yeah,
the worst is what I'm starting.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go with breaking my ankle because that sucks.
You sure?
Yeah, that was terrible. All right.
He's back and better now.
Yeah, I'm back and good. Yeah, I'm good now.
Joke with
bench. Yeah, I'm gonna bench Darius getting traded. Darius Garland getting traded. That hurt. And then I'm gonna cut Forster and Darius, losing to Forster and Darius because A, it doesn't happen that often, and B, I don't care.
Who's better? You or Darius?
At hoops?
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave that up to the people, the great Pookies, if you will, our friend group. But yeah, so for me, I kind of had the same idea, but
I figured. I know what's coming. So
yeah, Cowboys playoff losses. Yeah, so we're gonna go with
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
okay.
We're gonna go with the Jordan Love Packers loss.
Okay.
We're gonna go with the Aaron Rodgers Packers loss.
Which one?
Yeah. The Jared Cook on the sideline, that one, and then the Niners.
I'm surprised you don't have the Des caught it one. You could have got.
Oh, Des caught it. Actually, yeah, Des caught it.
All three Packers.
Des caught it. Okay, but like you.
I'll throw in the last. Well,
okay.
I would say Jordan Love sucked. The Jared Cook one happened right in front of me. Des caught it.
Okay.
That's what I'll say.
Anyways, that'll do it for this edition of Newhouse Afternoon. Izzy C, Josh Dragunov. We'll see you guys next week. There we go.